Hi there. Welcome to this Yin Yoga practice for Prolapse. In Yin Yoga, we are working more with the fascia in the body, and if you want to know more about that, you can see some other videos where I talk about it more. But fascia is usually a big reason for prolapse. So we are now going to create circulation around the pelvic floor, the hips, the pelvis through different positions, and we're going to stay in each position for about 3 minutes. So I hope you enjoy. I have 2 pillows and a blanket today to work with, and if you have anything similar, please feel free to use it. Also, a soft surface might be good to a good place to practice. I have my computer here because it's a timer for 3 minutes. I want to make sure we are spending enough time in each position. So let's come to our first position, which will be a seated one. And you can take your pillows if you might want to need them or might want to use them. So you place the heels of the feet together. And we're going to fall out. So this is like a diamond shape. It's not, very close with the heels towards the pelvis. It's more in front. And then you can take the pillows and place underneath your knees, somewhere on your thighs, close to your hips. You try out what feels best in your body. So it's really nice in Yin Yoga to support yourself, to use props, as we call it, like pillows or blankets, a bolster if you have one. And now we're going to try to find a relaxed position from here. So you can just inhale and lengthen the spine. As you exhale, see if you can slowly fold forward. And we don't need to have this, tall spine like in many other yoga practices. It's more about, relaxing the whole system. So if you feel comfortable hanging loose with your head, maybe you want to place the head in your hands in some way, or you have an extra pillow you can use to support the head. You can place the arms wherever you feel comfortable. And now we're just going to sink into this position and let gravity affect our fascia. So we don't need to do anything with our body. We don't need to move it. It's going to happen a lot anyway. Our job is to be present. So as you inhale through the nose, you can always use the breath to target the area we are working with. So try to keep your focus and your attention here and now. up the lungs, and as you exhale, you slowly start to roll out from the position, letting your head be the last part to come all the way up. And if you want to, you can place the hands behind you and just lift the heart a little bit. You can remove the pillows and just do some movements with the legs. So from here, we are going to do kind of the same position, but we're going to lay all the way down. So you can feel now, maybe you want to have the heels a little closer to your pelvis or a little bit further away. Take the pillows again, support underneath the knees, and we are slowly going to come all the way back, laying down on the floor. And now I lay back like this. I know that many women with prolapse prefer to come all the way down this way. Of course, that is fine. I actually never had that issue with my prolapse. I didn't feel it become any worse, more worse when I lay down back directly with the back. So you find a comfortable position here with the legs. If you need to adjust in any way, coming closer, coming further away, maybe you want to take away the pillows a little bit. We want to feel something shifting, happening, circulation, maybe slight pain on the inside of the thighs or anywhere around the pelvis. So when you have found kind of that position, you can always adjust during the time we are in the position. You can lay your hands either on the belly or maybe a little further down on your pubic bone, maybe all the way down in between the legs, just to breathe into that space where you might feel heaviness. You might be challenged from this place. You might carrying some emotions like sadness or anger or anything else from the situation you are in. So we're slowly going to get out of this position. You can, with the help of your hands, maybe you want to take the knees together. You're gonna stretch the legs out and the arms up above the head, just stretching the whole body. Taking one more breath here. Exhaling. And then from here, we're gonna flip over. So we're gonna come to all fours to start with. And from here, we're gonna do pigeon pose, if you're familiar with yoga. We can take our left leg in front. So we're just gonna place the lower leg in front of us. And the heel, it can be more towards the hips. It doesn't have to be all the way up like this. I hope you can see me. So just find a nice angle for this leg. The other leg is just stretched out with the top of the foot placed down on the ground. And this is a really nice option to take a pillow underneath the hips so that you feel this support again. We're gonna take one breath before we fold over. So you inhale, maybe you wanna lift the heart, really feeling this elongation of the spine. And as you exhale, close the eyes and start to fold forward. Maybe you take small steps with your hands all the way down to the elbows. And if you want to, you can just stay here for one breath, checking in with the body. Maybe you want to stay here. You can take the other pillow and rest the head on top of it. Or you feel you want to come all the way down, placing the chest on the leg or on the floor. Maybe you want to place the hands, the forehead on top of the hands. Deep breath in, exhaling, starting to move the body on the way up, removing this pillow if you had one, and from here we are going to come to all fours first and just do some slow movements, cat and cow. So do them just as you wish. There's no right or wrong, just connecting a little bit with the spine. And then we're gonna take the same leg, left leg in front, and we are going to see that the knee on the left leg is right above the heel. And maybe depending on where you are, maybe you want to place one of the pillows underneath the right knee. We don't want to feel any pain in the knee. That's not constructive at all. So from here, we are going to find a stretch on the right thigh, so iliopsoas muscle. And it might be that you are kind of straight like this with the body. And if so, you can place the elbows on the left knee and stay here, trying to find a relaxed position. I know it doesn't feel super relaxed, especially after some time, but you just make it as comfortable as you can. Another option, if you can, is to place the hands on the floor or on the pillows. And you stay here and breathe. So find the best position for you. And remember, we don't want to go too deep. It's not constructive to be forceful in yin yoga. It's more about to start to listen to the small sensations, the subtle sensations, and to be the observer from within. starting to stretch this front leg all the way so that you can feel a stretch on the back side of the leg. And this is actually our next position. So you can move the pillows back if you had them, or you can place the hands on the floor. You can also, of course, be upright with the body. And the foot can be relaxed, or you can slightly activate it. So it's not flexed completely, but it's somewhere in between. Or it's fine also to relax the foot. So now we'll stay here again, trying to find relaxation in this pose. And you can have the knee slightly bent. That's completely fine. So yin yoga is less about what the position looks like or how you are performing it. It's much more about the experience of it. So I really recommend you to close the eyes in each position, because we get more aware what is happening on the inside if we don't have the eyes open. Starting to lift up, coming back to all fours. You can take a stretch in any way you wish to, and we're going to take downward facing dog just to connect a little bit with the body. Not any fast movements or any movements that you don't want to do. Try to listen to what feels good for you to do now. Might be something else. So, we're going to do the same positions on the other side. You can take a pillow, keep it close to you, and then coming forward with the right leg. So you're placing the foot wherever it feels good for you. It's close to the hip, or maybe more in front. That's going to be more challenging. And since we're staying for 3 minutes, I recommend taking this place where it's a more subtle stretch than a really tough one. So you're gonna take a deep in-breath, lifting the heart, closing the eyes, and then either you stay here, feels good for you. If you feel you want to start to fold, take small steps with the hands until you come to the elbows. Pause here if you wish to, taking a breath or staying. And if you want to lay all the way down, please do. Deep breath in. Exhaling, lifting up the chest. Coming all the way back to all fours. Taking a few nice movements for the spine. And then when you're ready, coming all the way forward again with the same leg, right leg. Patting the back knee with pillow if you need one. And then you decide here where is a constructive place for you to be, to land. So is it a little more upright? Maybe you want to stay here for a few breaths before you take the hands to the floor if you are planning to do that. So taking it slowly, practicing listening to the small signals of the body will also help us practicing listening to whatever symptoms we are facing. And to heal whatever symptom you have. If you have a prolapse, for example, this symptom is saying something to you. So So if we can practice to listen and to ask ourselves, why do we have this symptom? Why? It's not, because we're going to be scared to lift anything heavy for the rest of our lives. I don't think it's that type of listening. It's more of a listening to what can we learn as human beings of this experience. Coming back, stretching the front leg, and maybe you want to flex that foot a little bit, back in the pillows if you're using them, and keeping the knee a little bit bent if you need to, and then find this forward fold, trying to relax in the neck. I know it's a little hard when you don't have any place to put your forehead, but see if you can let go as much as you can, also in the jaw, in the forehead, in your scalp. body coming back on all fours again. We only have one position left together today. You can do some cat and cows or a downward facing dog in between. Just connecting. And since we have done quite many forward folds, we're going to end today's class with a back bend. So you can come down onto your belly and placing the elbows on the floor. Can you see me? Like this. This is called Sphinx pose. And if this feels too intense or you have any pain in your low back, you can always move the elbows slightly forward. And just check in so that you feel constructive in this work. And if it feels like a good place, you can keep the elbows there and place the pillows underneath the chest so you don't have all the weight on your elbows. If you want to keep them higher, of course you can, and you can also take the pillows behind like this and have the support. So we're going to start in one of these positions, and in a little while I'll offer you to go deeper. If you wish, you can take your palms slightly out towards the sides and then create an even deeper back bend. Or if your elbows were in front, you can maybe take them back a little bit now. So choose one of these places. We're just going to stay for about 15 seconds here. So again, see if you can relax and create some space between the shoulders and the ears. There you go. Coming back down. Moving the pillows away, and we're going to take a short rest here on the belly. So you can place the forehead on the hands, or maybe one cheek down on the hands on the floor. Whatever you feel is good for you at this moment. Just resting, creating some space for the body to get the benefits of what we have done here today. Yin yoga is the feminine quality. Slowly lifting the head. We're gonna come back to a seated position, so any way you want to do that, please go ahead. Sitting in any comfortable position for you. Closing the eyes. Thank yourself for creating space. For this type of practice. Creating vitality in your system on a deep, deep level. Thank you so much.